Peace, quick little think fast. I keep getting this read about LA and this Leyline here in LA. And I brought it up when I did the video about writing new information. I'm bringing down new information. As a matter of fact, what I'm about to express, again, I'm tapping in a little more. So I'm going to start expressing things that you probably never, which I always, always should be tapping into this type of information. But again, I do videos to enlighten people to some of the old information to help some people that's new to stuff grow. And I'm also tapping into new stuff for the people who got the old information and, looking for the new stuff. But you say new and old, but there's a ley line, like the LA ley line might be one of the most powerful ley lines in the Western Hemisphere. Like, for sure in America, but I catch the vibe that, like, how you got certain, Earth has chakras, As a matter of fact, they consider Mount Shasta be the root chakra. And, like, say, for instance, Tibet would be like the crown chakra. Kemet, a.k.a. Egypt, would be like the throat chakra. Because, in Egypt, that's where the mystery schools are, the throat chakra, sharing the information, communicating the information, the throat chakra. Tibet, where they meditate and connect to these high vibrations on a super high level, But I feel like LA may be the third, in some way, form, or fashion, like the third eye chakra of the earth, or the whole earth, or just this hemisphere. But I just go and say it's like the third eye chakra. Because I feel like reason why, for sure, why Hollywood, plopped itself here and why they made it, this place, is because I feel like the vibrations around this area allows for what you focus on to manifest much more easier. And then as they knew this and they started the vibe of building, the Hollywood and all this, and all of us attracted first to the energy of the ley line, and then secondly on a physical level, because they built this little this little amusement park of a place, in essence, like, what LA is, La La Land, where it's like, hey, come be a star, come, and in essence, Hollywood is trying to mimic the universe and in the essence of inviting, we are extensions of the universe, what I'm saying? We are, in some cases, some of us are walking constellations, So how could you attract a star by, presenting them a situation to shine, hence, going to Hollywood to become a star, to, do this. And also seeing, how, on another note, like Hollywood attracting you with the light. Like, you know how in some cases I came across information, and maybe y'all came across it already, but like they talk about, like, when we transition, at first the old school thing was, go to the light, go where you hear the relatives, this and that, go to the light. But when you think about it, as a light yourself, you would probably want to go to the dark where your light could shine, where you could shine some light, instead of going to another light. And in essence, is the reincarnation process, going to another light and becoming, food for that bigger light. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, branching out and becoming your own light, And Hollywood is like a personification that on a physical level. It's like, instead of creating your own light, come to our light and be a part of our light, and we'll control you and let you shine your light the way we want you to shine your light. That's another aspect to this place. But definitely there's a ley line here that may turn quote unquote dreams into reality real quick, or more so like the third eye chakra, a little bit of that solar plexus vibe kind of popped in my mind. But I just, because even down to being the city of angels, and like, the darkness and the light, and how you got the the high spirits on both levels, in the dark areas and in the light areas. You got people practicing, quote unquote high magic out here for the the darkness, in essence. And just dark for lack of a better word, but for malicious, quote unquote evil things, just say that. And then you got the people using that energy, for the light, you know what I'm saying? That's why this spot is like, one of the most progressive, like California, like is one of the few places where everything lets you know, oh, this may be cancerous, this may be, and places of businesses have to post that up, like, you know, hey, we sell shit that may be cancerous for you. You know, the state of California requires that we, you know, speak on the poisons that we deal with. You know, matter of fact, I know being in Louisiana, like I remember that vibe of like dealing with certain things, and it always had a little tag that said in the state of California, like no other states, it was almost as if no other states were about these type of things other than California. So, you know, just looking at that aspect as well, but it's definitely on the ley line. And two, I see the reason why a lot of us as light beings are attracted to this area, so we could, how can I say, transmute the lower vibrational energies, that darker, malicious, quote unquote, vibration into something, more light, and more of a high vibration, Because think of if light being, like, so say if Hollywood collapsed and then nothing but, high vibrational beings were running things in that area, and two, think about like how Hollywood is basically like the capital of the world, I mean, of course you got DC and all this. Me and my partner was talking about this, but like, everybody's into movies, like watching movies. I think to one of the African brethren I came across where he's like, man, I thought America was gonna be different. I'm used to, they show us these things on the movies and the commercials and this and that, but it's not like that, But just this is the place where they kind of show that image, subconscious programming, or like, things of the brain, that mind's eye. It works on the mind's eye. So with them keying in on that energy, it just definitely kind of just give evidence to this feeling that I keep getting this feeling that I keep getting, or this download that I keep getting about this being an important ley line, and like how it's in essence a ley line to that boost manifestation. Again, that's why they started to build this Hollywood, and it's a cold vibe over this, and then and the energy attracts you on a metaphysical level, and then they got the physical stuff to attract you as well, so it's just like a double situation. But it's definitely that type of energy. And again, like the light beings here, and I'm using light beings, light, dark, malicious, just for lack of a better word, because it's two sides to one coin. There's no evil, no good. The people that's sacrificing babies and all that, down to the people who meditate and all. It's like it's just different sides of one coin. It is what it is. But just again, for lack of a better words to just kind of explain, the energies. Again, that's why a lot of us be intrigued with coming to LA. And especially right now, a lot of you probably just want to hit the road and come live, in Cali or in LA for some reason. You don't know why, or whatever the case may be. But it's definitely the city of angels, where it's like that ground zero for that, quote unquote angels versus demons. And again, it's like the capital of like where everybody's watching. Hunger Games. I done used that analogy more than once. This is like Hunger Games. Like how Hunger Games, hey, watch these people fight to their debts for a little bit of freedom, or whatever the case may be, on the Hunger Games movie. But you see the movies to program the subconscious magic, and dealing with magic and making things manifest. Again, that's a thing of the subconscious, and what's closely related to that, other than the pineal gland or that area. Because in order to manifest things on a certain level with your mind's eye, you got to program your subconscious. So you see all that go on in this area. So and think about, again, like if beings that was on more of the quote-unquote righteous, high vibrational path was the people over Hollywood and over a lot of these places in LA, how different the world would look. Because that's, again, like the capital, as far as like You know, everybody is in the movies and, you know, watching movies all the time. And, you know, Disney, you know, they got Disney movies in all kind of different languages. You know, all people all across the world, you know, into movies and Disney and all that, you know. And Disney is like I say, no secret how much he was into the occult and how basically all his movies are just, you know, the ancient myths and subconscious programming, you know, basically throwing subconscious programming, occult, esoteric subconscious programming on little kids, you know, basically, you know. But that's definitely, you know, the download that I'm feeling of this area is a ley line, probably the third eye ley line. So I'm gonna just put that out there. Again, I ain't never seen it in no book, didn't get it. You know, this is what I'm feeling, you know. Just felt the urge to share to the point, you know, y'all know the story behind my Think Fast. And if you don't, like, my Think Fast videos are just like, not for you or me to necessarily think fast, but it's just a clear cognizant thought or some idea that just kind of came to me in the moment on a level where I just sharing it as soon as it come before, you know, before it go, because it feels very important for me to share. So no matter where I'm at, I try to stop and, you know, share that with y'all. But I just, you know, something to share, and just the importance of, you know, ley lines, as above, so below. If you let a certain energy, you know, get attached to one of your chakras in the body, it's gonna it'll throw the whole body off, you know. Think about it, if you allow for, you know, your darker demons to have control over your pineal gland, what type of, you know, world you would envision or be seeing, you know. So like the pineal gland, in essence, you know, with LA, just definitely feel that vibe, you know, that it's that chakra, that third eye, quote unquote, or should I say first eye chakra, you know. Where your dreams could come true, what you visualize could manifest into the physical, you know. That's just about it. You know, I ain't gonna go no further. Just wanted to share that with y'all. Peace. And matter of fact, you know, if you feeling the vibe to come to LA and this and that, because again, this whole world getting a scrubbing in the change up. So, you know, some of us gonna go in the mountains and meditate. Some of us, you know, gonna go to these different places. But some of us gonna go to these places that may seem like, you know, because a lot of people are like, bro, you know, how do you do LA? You know, how do you be around all that? You know, when you, I'm like, you know, it's what I'm attracted to, and I'm you know, catching myself being in that program. I'm about to say, and I'm a Capricorn, but just let's just say, you know, breaking away from that energy, but the energy that, you know, influences me to a certain extent has to do with being real, climbing that mountain into the physical, you know, egotistical world to a certain extent. But then at the same time, the tail in the water, you know, into the depths and the deepness of the water, into that feminine aspect, the non-physical aspect as well, you know. So, also known as the devil, Capricorn. But yeah, it's just you know, if you feeling that vibe, probably, you know, you probably one of those beings called to the table to shake things up, quote unquote, in LA. You know, but just follow your heart on whatever it is, you know, and you'll end up in the place you should be in. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Wall right there. Not too far in the past. Right now. Peace, y'all.